Vice President Walter Mondale is just plain fed up with the mess in Washington.
We can't get anything done. It's hurting our country. It's the heart of whether we can regain our strength. Surely politicians should talk about how they want to solve that. How are you going to get it done? What are the numbers?
It has been 32 years since he lost the presidency to Ronald Reagan.
I am ready to be president.
At 88, Mondale may be the last truly honest man in politics. He refused to lie or even fudge a little.
Mr. Reagan will raise taxes, and so will I. He won't tell you. I just did.
He was calling for morning in America, and I was calling for a root canal.
Problem was, Reagan's optimism played better than Mondale's root canal.
It's morning again in America.
The Hollywood idea that everything's fine.
Why would we ever want to return to where we were?
In 1976, Mondale went to the White House as Jimmy Carter's vice president. Admired as one of the most substantive vice presidents in history, he knew how the White House worked. So he hoped he could wow the voters in his crucial first debate against Reagan.
When I left the dressing room where I was and walked 50 feet to the platform, that's the longest walk I ever took in my life.
And he came out swinging.
We've got to deal with this problem.
Reagan stumbled badly.
The system is still where it was with regard to
He seemed confused and tired. He was grabbing onto that lectern, and I was very worried about him.
Even then, there were whispers about Alzheimer's, but Mondale refused to hit Reagan on his memory.
I never did it. I wouldn't do it. That's not my kind of politics.
I'm going to pick up.
But then, in the next debate, Reagan rebounded and was funny. The oldest man ever to run for president hit the age issue out of the park.
I will not make age an issue of this campaign. I am not going to exploit for political purposes my opponent's youth and inexperience.
And what are you thinking?
I was laughing while I was crying. You know, I knew he had hit home on that.
Mondale had hoped he could grab voters with an historic vice presidential choice.
My name is Geraldine Ferraro.
The late Congresswoman from Queens was the first woman ever on a major presidential ticket. Ferraro helped briefly, but then the polls just kept sinking.
It hurts. You're tired. You're emotionally exhausted. Your poor family's been put through the ringer.
Could you see it in the crowds?
Crowds were very friendly. They cheered and so on, but if you look in their eyes, they know it's not going well.
Right now, through the numbers as we have them at this hour, the electoral vote, look at what Ronald Reagan has. 522 electoral votes, just 3 for Walter Mondale.
He announced that he would never again run for president.
It was the biggest margin of defeat in American history. Like most runners-up, he is still haunted by what might have been.
I remember I asked George McGovern, George, how long does it take to get over this? He said, when I get over it, I'll call you. You never get over it.
You never get over it. Still, for Walter Mondale, no regrets.
You would do it all again?
Yes.
So you don't regret that you ran?
No. I'm glad I ran. I'm proud of it.